Well, welcome back to Social Studies 30-1. Hope you enjoyed your longer spring break than usual. My first time using this device, so please be patient and bear with me. Thought we'd start the way we start every single class by looking at a source. So the theme of this week is going to be neoconservatism, so you're going to have to refresh your memories. There is source number one, a cartoon of Barack Obama in a boat feeding hungry sharks what appear to be steaks. There's Barack there. And as you can see, the bucket in which the steaks are kept is entitled debt. So what you're supposed to take from that is that this is a critique of Barack Obama's policy of Obamonomics. And as we learned, he was responding to the subprime mortgage crisis. He had to get that economy ticking again. And his solution was government bailouts to the banks, General Motors, as well as his economic stimulus package of 2009. He spent hundreds of billions of dollars to reinvigorate and stimulate the American economy. So that's what the cartoon's referring to. And as you can see, he's saying eventually they'll get full and go away. But as we all know, sharks probably don't ever get full or take a long time to get full, meaning that from the cartoonist's point of view, he's spending like there's no tomorrow, and he may not even solve the crisis. He's in a boat labeled Keynesian economics, which also represents the American economy. And you can see that in the bow of the boat are just regular American people who are scared, unsure, and perhaps looking to Barack Obama for help. This guy looking forward is probably worried about the next economic depression, or at the very least, maybe the current American recession of 2008 getting even worse. That's why he's scared. That's why they're all scared in the bow of the boat. As for the sharks, I think there's probably a couple of different perspectives on who they could represent and be. On one hand, the sharks could be the banks. They could be General Motors. They could be producers looking to the government for economic help, and they're going to keep coming back for more. But they could also be uh, just regular American citizens who are unemployed or worried about becoming unemployed, because a lot of the gist behind Obamonomics was to help regular American people, unemployment benefits, education, healthcare, and so on. He spent a lot of money on that too. So I think if we get back to our cartoon, the shark could be both producers and consumers in America. Uh, it could be one or the other as long as you explained yourself. One last thing we might want to talk about in terms of our interpretation is if he keeps doing this, if he keeps feeding the sharks the steak, eventually they're going to overturn that boat and eat the people inside the boat, which could be your economic depression. In terms of our links, well, I think again, we're looking at economic freedom, probably looking at competition, and maybe self-interest. So the cartoonist is advocating for maybe a higher degree of economic freedom. He's advocating neoconservatism, restoring competition to the marketplace, and maybe advocating for more self-interest for consumers in the American market economy. And as you know, your fail-safe is always individual rights and freedoms. In terms of perspective, I think this guy is challenging modern liberalism. He's critiquing, in this case, Keynesian economics. We've gone too far. We need to rein in government spending, or it's going to have consequences further down the road, like a worse recession or maybe even an economic depression. So there you go. Source number one. Hope I did okay. I'm sure you had better ideas. Maybe one time I can think of a way for you to share them, but I'm new at this. Give me a chance. So source one, over and out. We'll be back tomorrow with source two and neoconservatism. By the way, these are on D2L under chapter 6 content. Neoconservatism is your title.